Welcome everyone to the Flipside of Crypto. Joining me today, as always, Joe. Hey Joe.
Hello everyone. Hope you're good, guys. How are you, Martinez? Good?
Oh, I am good. I see green and I love it. Joe, you were correct. It was just a dip. Right now we're coming back. So let's look over some coins, shall we?
Yeah. We will start with our IOTA coin today. So what's happening with this coin? As always, I use first the high time frame or the higher time frame, which is daily. And if we look at the daily time frame, we can see the market is in, let's say, trading inside a channel. It is a bullish channel. So our thought on IOTA, it most probably continue the move to the upside. The correction, this is a correction. Too early to say it is a reversal. So my thought on IOTA is to see this coin continuing, especially there is a strong area here. The price couldn't close below it. So I can see it moving up again until, let's say, previous high. It was a fake breakout here. It faked many traders where they were wishing to buy from here, but they were trapped, and then the market went to the downside, found, let's say, floor around this level here, and then it's moving up again. We have correction, and then most probably we see the market go up again. Let's say when this idea will become invalid if we see the price breaking the structure, the bullish channel and the support. Let's say we see it closing below it and start trending downside. This is a bad, let's say, indication that it might start to reverse.
Right. So basically all of IOTA's good work, them working on Chrysalis, they're working on creating their own Oracle network, even smart contracts. Basically, all of this good news is right now reflected on the charts as well.
Yeah, 100%. As a technical analyst, let's say we believe as a technical analyst that everything can be seen by looking at the chart or analyzing the chart. So you can predict if the news will be good or not by just seeing the chart.
Right. But there's a flip side though, right? So basically IOTA is facing a lot of competition. Like one of the coins which we will cover today, Chainlink, basically when they go into the Oracle arena, they are now battling with Chainlink for supremacy. Also, as they will try to be in the Internet of Things space. It is a market which will be huge, and it's getting there, but the Internet of Things is still quite a bit to go. We still have to, wait a couple of years. So I see that the future for the project is very bright, but in the intermediate future, Joe, are there any scenarios where you would think price-wise we could encounter any, corrections?
Maybe. Let's say if the market, let's say, start to move to the upper side of, let's say, this level here. Let's say you said it was, let's say, brilliant, and the market start to go upward. Then for sure, as always I say that the market you might see, let's say, some correction. Let's say when the market start to trend upward. So the market is, or the trend is made from impulse correction. So there will be correction. This is definitely, we cannot, let's say, avoid this movement when the market is moving, let's say, in a trend, So let's say as short term, we know that now that the market is trading inside this range, and then the explosion might happen, let's say, above $1.58 price.
Right. So basically we see quite a bullish scenario for IOTA, but could you give me a scenario of, okay, so buying in right now, let's just say we buy in at 158, right? So long term, if we just hodl, it's an absolute great project. But short to medium term, what are the price levels? What are we looking at?
Yeah, so if we need to, let's say, buy this coin, let's say our first level at as you said, 158, then the price might jump at the end of this, let's say, level 1.8977 as a first, let's say, second target. So first target, the previous swing high. This is a fake breakout. It might react to it. You might see something, let's say, like this. So the market reach this high, react to it, bounce here, and then go up again at the higher end of this channel. Okay, so first target, let's say 58 or 59, then 78, and then if we're lucky enough and the market start to go upward again, let me remove this, will be around $89-90 per, let's say, this is medium term, let's say, analysis.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Joe. So another project which has been gathering quite a bit of news for very similar actions, basically. All three projects are not too big on marketing, but are very fundamentally sound on, for example, HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph. They are right now working on having as many partnerships as possible. Just to mention a few, Google, they are on their network of advisors. Yeah, and so it's a project which has enterprise in mind. These big companies, these basically governments using it as an underlying structure of smart contracts. So when we look at Hedera Hashgraph, what do we see in the medium to short term?
Yeah. Let's say this is the graph of HBAR. So the market did already its impulse. Now this is a, let's say, correction. Okay, this is a correction, which is, we know now that this is normal, and after a correction we should expect the market to start to move upward again. So my intake on this, I am, let's say, bullish. Clearly I am bullish on this. We have a strong area here. This long wick shows that the market, every time reach this level, we have a move to the upside. Similarly here, when the market reached this level here, it started to go to the upside. If we go on the 4-hour time frame, the market managed, let's say, to break this trend line. Okay, it's early to say it broke it because it might be a fake breakout, but now it is broken. For if, let's see, I need to buy it, I will wait, let's say, a sort of a retest here and then move to the upside. Let's say retest and then move to the upside. Bullish definitely on this. Nobody knows, it's a game probability, but what most likely to happen is a move to the upside.
Right. And Joe, when you look at the price action, do you take into account buying volume?
Let's say, you mean, let's say I use the volume indicator? Honestly, as not for me, in my technique, no, I don't use the volume, but I know many people that they are successful and they use the volume, let's say, indicator.
Right. Yeah. What are the advantages or disadvantages at looking, for example, some projects have very high volume spikes and they are sometimes very high and sometimes very low, so spiky. And some projects have just a continuous rise in volume. So when we do not look at volume, what does that give us?
The volume give you, let's say, an idea when we say a whale enter a market. Let's say a big financial institution, a bank, insurance. So you might, let's say, predict or have an idea that there is big money involved and then a big movement will happen. But you cannot, let's say, predict if it will be to the upside or the downside. It might be in the both, let's say, direction. So it's better to combine it with other, let's say, oscillators, indicators to come up with an idea how most probably this whale will act. Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. So now for the main piece, it's Chainlink, another project which hasn't invested a lot in marketing. That's the flip side to Chainlink. They have done everything correctly. They have created this Oracle network, which basically lets you tap in different data sources which are not on the blockchain, as for example, who won a UFC fight, for example, gathering that data and basically put it on the blockchain. So it's a great project with a lot of partnerships, most notably Swift. But right now, I'm just looking at the charts and looking how it increased year over year. It was a top earner in 2019, right?
Yeah, let's have a look. But before this, let me ask you a question. Since you're more into fundamentals, let's say VeChain, is it not has similar project, let's say, like IOTA and Chainlink, or no? Because they rely on the Internet of Things, and as well, I have read a little bit about VeChain. Is it related to it, or let's say have similar project, or no?
Yeah, they have similarities. And especially IOTA and Chainlink. Right now, IOTA is trying to develop this interoperability in between projects and data sources, this Oracle network. So the more these projects mature, the more competition in between we will see. And as a rule of thumb, out of the thousands of projects we see, only a few of them will actually be on top. So it's
Succeed.
It's really interesting to see what they are doing, what partnerships they are getting. So will VeChain, for example, be the Asian Internet of Things? Will it be a great tracking mechanism? Or will the West adopt it even more readily? Will Chainlink be used by certain institutions and other blockchains be used by others? It's an interesting future to see, but right now it's just too soon to tell.
Yeah, I understand your point of view. So let's have a look.
Looking at Chainlink.
Let's have a quick look on the Chainlink graph. Honestly, I'm a little bit bearish on this coin. So if we look at this structure here, the market was trading inside a beautiful, let's say, channel, and it managed to break it. So the market posted a double top. The market made a big movement. So I consider this an impulse correction, and hope I am right. I am wrong. I might see the market start to going to the downside, because this is impulse correction and this is a beginning of a new impulse to the downside. Okay, so hope I am wrong for those who bought, let's say, Chainlink, but this is what I see from the market. So maybe this movement to the upside, it has another challenge, let's say. So there is a strong area here. It might save the movement to the downside. So the market made an impulse, correction, impulse. If this area proved to be strong enough, then the market start to go up again. If not, the market will make or start to make a lower lows and lower highs, and the market, let's say, start to downtrend. This is my take. I might be wrong.
Right.
And this is what most probably will happen for this coin.
Right. So this is talking in the short to medium term, right? And a question I get often when people look at technical analysis is, okay, so we see price action, and right now, for example, we see it going, when would you say you'll have enough data to predict a breakout or to predict a sharp dip? What are you looking for?
Yeah, first, as obvious, I will wait to see the market below, let's say, this level. Okay. And then I will go to a lower time frame to see how these candlesticks are formed. Okay, so if I see, let's say, more bearish candlestick than bullish, let's say the bodies are big, this shows that the volume of, let's say, sellers is above or bigger than buyers, and this shows that the market most probably will start to go to the downside. But first, wait for the breakout, see what's happening below this level, a certain level that you look at, and look at the candlestick, how they are formed.
All right. Thank you, Joe. I learned a lot today.
Yeah, thank you too, and have a lovely day, guys, and everyone, and you too, Martinez. Bye bye.
Thank you, Joe. Bye.